In the last video I did on lubricating door hinges, I showed you how to use this little grease gun to lube the hinges on a W123. You could do it on an R107, a W126, and some of the older models like the 16, 14, 15, 108, and so on. But I'm looking here at a 2004 E500, which is a W211 chassis. Let's see if this will work on these newer models. Well, look at that. You're certainly not going to be able to grease it with this gun because there's no fitting. You know, the fitting you need to see looks like this here. But same with the top hinge, the bottom hinge. There's no ability to use this grease gun to lube these hinges in this W211. So how are we going to do that? But you're saying, hey Kent, why do you need to lube those hinges? They're sealed. Shouldn't be a problem. Well, I'm going to show you why you need to lubricate those hinges. Take a look at this door. And it's usually the rear doors because they don't get used as much. Now I've got this fully opened and I'm going to push here. Okay, I get a little bit of movement there. But watch when I come in close. You see that? See how it bounces back? That's the hinges binding up. So this door and these hinges, along with that check strap, definitely need to be lubricated on a regular basis. Now let's see if you can see the difference. I'm at the left rear door, and yesterday this door was doing the exact same thing as the right side door, but I lubricated it. Oh, look at that. Okay, let's bring it open. Now watch the difference. See that? Just a light touch. Let's take it from here and see how it closes. Wow, look at that. Right in here. Now that's a very subtle difference. But I'll tell you, when you have all four doors working like this, you will notice the difference. So now, let me show you what I had to use to get these results that you see here. Before I show you my applicator and the lube I use, I want to show you how I applied it here on this left door. You can see I put some right here at the top of this hinge pin. I put some right there. And I put it on so it kind of just oozed down the side. Then down here I did the same. You can see I put some right along the top here and then right in between the hinge points. And then I came up here on the check strap and put some on the check strap and then used the extension tip to go inside the door and to get some lubrication inside on the check strap rails. Now notice it's still wet here, but it has wicked. And the consistency that I made this special miracle lube is such that it will wick, but it takes time because you don't want it to just wick in there and go away after a couple months. You want it to stay. So I will leave this like this for about a week. Keep exercising the door, and then I'll come in with a cloth and just wipe off the excess so it doesn't build up any dust and dirt right in that area. So on these newer doors, without the fitting for the grease gun, I'm using my new Miracle Lube with the special applicator extension in this small tube, which will allow me to reach into tight areas. So I've opened the cap a little bit, and I'm just going to apply a little bit of lube right there. I'll get it right around the corner, and then I'll come down here. If I get any excess that runs down real bad, I'll go ahead and wipe it up. Get enough on so it'll roll all the way around the pins and wick in. And then on a check strap, I'll just put some on the bar here, and I can actually do it from underneath with this applicator because this is a squeeze bottle and I can squeeze it up. Then I'll use the extension and I'm going to push it in past the rubber seal there, and then I'll go ahead and squirt some inside. All right. Now I'll just work the door back and forth. You're probably not going to feel much of a difference tonight. It's going to have to sit overnight, and I'm going to have to work this a little bit more before I have the same results with this door that I have on the left side. Now I'll go ahead and do the front doors, and there are a number of other things that I can use this for, including any type of hinge line, ball socket, linkages, seat tracks. This is the ideal lubrication. If you recall earlier in the video, I mentioned if you wait a few days and work the door back and forth, you'll actually begin to feel some real improvement. Now it's been 2 days, and let's see how this door is behaving compared to when I first started working on it. Even from here. Okay, now I'm going to take you inside the car and show you what the hinge points look like. Look real close right here at the top of the pin. You can see a little bit of wetness, and you can still see some wetness right in here. That indicates that this lube is not going to just disappear after a few days. It kind of stays in position, but it keeps working itself into the hinge, and the same down here at the bottom. And what I found with this particular lube is it doesn't attract a lot of dust like other lubricants. This will look the same even in a month. You'll still see a little bit of wetness. That's what's so amazing about this. So I know some of you saying, oh, that's great. I'm just going to go get some lubrication from the local hardware store and put some on here and throw some on this door check and put some on the lower hinge. Well, good luck. I know a lot of you have tried to lube these check straps and they just keep groaning and making noise after 30 days. What I've shown you in this video is a very special mix of 2 very expensive synthetic lubricants. I only use synthetics. These have some additives which make it super slippery. Also, I've learned it doesn't attract the dirt and dust like a lot of other oils. Obviously, you don't want to try WD-40. That's not going to work. Forget lithium grease. Whatever you use, make sure it is synthetic based. But you're not going to find anything like this that's going to last as long, particularly on these door checks.